Hello Scorpio, my name is Jennifer with Aqua Mood. I was inspired to do these mini tarot readings for each of the astrological signs, covering the 12 houses of astrology for the month of July. And so just as a reminder that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I have already meditated and pre-shuffled the deck for you guys so that we can get started right away. So in your first house, your house of self, you've got King of Wands. I see you as either standing in your power. For some of you, you guys might be entrepreneurial, or it might just be something where you're actually looking to take control of your life during this month. In your second house, house of money, you've got Four of Cups. You might be feeling a little bit disillusioned with your current situation, or maybe things might not have panned out as you wish that they would have. Third house, house of communication, you've got Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wish come true. So you might be actually be getting communication that you've been meaning to have, or you might need to actually work on communicating your dreams and what it is that you actually want. Fourth house, house of home and family. You've got Queen of Wands, very much again standing in your power, standing in your creativity. It's also a Queen of Wands also has like a spiritual element to her, and it's kind of building a wholeness and completion within yourself and within your home and family dynamic, in whichever way you define that. Fifth house, house of personal expression, romance, creativity. You've got the Strength card, it's asking you to explore your creativity, to have some courage to try new things, and that to be strong when it comes to this area. But it's more like exploring your creativity and having that courage. And your sixth house, house of health, you've got the Death card. It's also the transformation card. So I'm seeing this as having to make choices when it comes to your health and your well-being, right? There's certain cycles that have to come to an end to bring a more healthier lifestyle to you, in whichever way you define that. In your seventh house, house of partnerships, could be work partnerships or romantic partnerships, you've got the Knight of Swords, so you might have some type of forward movement when it comes to this area. Eighth house, house of transformation, taxes, rebirth, beginnings and endings, you've got Ten of Cups. So you might be coming to a completion here, or a not even a completion, a fruition of this area. It's an area that if you embrace, it could bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment and happiness. Ninth house, house of higher learning, house of spirituality, house of travel, is Ten of Swords. So it is showing an actual ending to something in this area. It's very different from the endings of like the Death card. The Death card brings forward transformation, but the Ten of Swords is a complete ending of sorts. I believe that's the 10th house. 10th house is I say it as like how you're viewed publicly, or how the public views you, is 10 of Pentacles. So you might be seen as very whole, very complete, very put together by others that may not know you during this time. 11th house, house of friendship, you've got Ace of Pentacles. There's room for new beginnings and friendships, something very solid, very stable. And 12th house, house of the subconscious, you've got Emperor. And I see the Emperor as like having to take control of his kingdom, right? And you've got that card come, almost like that message coming up to you in the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and to a certain extent the Strength card. So it's kind of like having to take control of yourself, of like maybe even being at home with yourself and how you express yourself, in whichever way that means, either creatively or just on an outside level. That's where the most like light is coming for you, because you are showing like a little bit of difficulties in your health. Changes need to happen in your health, and endings happening in your 9th house. And again, that might be like travel that's coming to an end, cutting ties with spiritual organizations or religious organizations, or maybe an ending of cutting of school. For some, it might also be an ending of a job. And what else? But yeah, I would say if you can definitely focus on these areas that you can control, maybe even lean into your friendships or open yourself up to new friendships at this time as well. And if you can embrace this change, it's going to bring a lot of fulfillment to your personal growth and transformation at this time. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. You've got King of Swords. So that's definitely a card of saying like, of speak your truth. Try to look at things from a logical perspective during this time, trying to not get so emotionally caught up, but letting logic lead you and guide you through during the month of July. All right, Scorpio, hope these messages were helpful to you and hope you have a wonderful month.